So yeah, like go back to like Stone Age man, you know, it was all they had was really like, you know, sticks and stones, and they learned how to make weapons and stuff. You know, some kind of knowledge that they gained to start, you know, learning how to use weapons and tools and stuff. After a while, you know, some of them, you know, some had good lives, some of them had tougher lives, you know, depending on where they lived. And you know, after a while, some of them started learning how to control fire, and the ones that learned how to control fire started becoming like the leaders, you know, because all the other humans would come and to their fires at night for protection, you know, and so they became like the first example of like priests and like kings or government or whatever, you know. And so after a while, you know, they started learning how to control fire. Well, that led to, you know, the Metal Ages. It's like they started learning how to, you know, probably by accident, they found some molten metal in the fire, and somehow they learned how to. They started like with copper, which is like the easiest metal to melt, and move up through all the Metal Ages. It basically goes from one metal to the next as they advance through the bronze, copper, you know, to the Iron Age, to the titanium space age. But back then, you know, so that also led to a lot of technology, you know, first metal tools and stuff. And then that also led to money, when they started making coins out of metal, which was, you know, a big step towards modern civilization, was the coining of money, or storing energy in a coin, so you could save money up and stuff. And then at some point they started getting the idea that, you know, they could own their own property, and that really started leading to the decline of humans, when they started, you know, fencing off property and saying this is mine and stay out. That's a big part of the decline of humanity. But anyways, yeah, with the metal, and then from what I understand, like the first machine was like, it was like made with water. All the machinery developed basically from a clock. And first they used just water, and then they added like a little mechanism to it, and then another little mechanism to keep the time better. And over you know, years and years and years, the clock developed to like the first real machine, and then from there all the other machines developed from the clock. And there was some other machines, like simple, like, you know, machines for like crushing grain and stuff. But yeah, the machines, and as the metals improved, the machines got more and more to the gun, to the, you know, to the machine gun, you know, to all the shit we got today, to these planes flying around spraying chemtrails everywhere. It all started with the clock. Yeah, it's like weather modification, you know. That's what's going on. I'm convinced of that. Yeah, now the humans have got to the point where, you know, I feel they're controlling the weather. I mean, they're controlling everything, man. It's insane. These control freaks. You know, that's what it's all evolved to. They developed all this technology to take control. Man, I've been watching some videos on what went on in Iraq. God, man, these freaking U.S. soldiers that were over there, man, there was some really, really inhumane shit they did, man. I mean, I was just watching these guys, you know, shooting innocent people. You know, just civilians driving down the road, just blasting them. Bap, 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 bap. Fucking killing them dead. Fucking high-fiving each other and laughing about it. Yeah. You know, I mean, how does someone get to that level of just inhumanity? I didn't really know that it was that bad going on over there, man. Where that shit like that actually really went on is mind blowing, man. You know, these soldiers just, yeah, ha 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 ha, yeah, I fucking jacked that motherfucker. He didn't even do nothing wrong, ha ha. He was just driving down the road. Yeah, they just show him driving around through the town and just opening fire on cars and just killing the people in the cars. Yeah. Unbelievable. That's what it's all led to, man. The decline of humanity. You know? It started out innocent enough, man. Man, technology now is a fucking monster. Man, the way they can kill now is just, it's unbelievable almost. Yeah, I was watching Max Igan. This guy, he's an Australian guy. But yeah, Max Igan talks about how the cops are like total thugs and henchmen, and all they do is go around and fleece the people, you know. And they really have no interest in the law. They don't really understand the law. They're not very intelligent. And that's the way they want them. They screen them that way, you know. They want people that don't like people, that are antisocial, really, just barely above average IQ. Yep. That's your average cop today on steroids. Yeah, now they got drones flying around. You can't even see them. You know, I could have a drone square X on my back right now and get hit by it, and you would never even know it hit you. That's what happens. And not only that, they got other stuff, not just flying drones, but I think they got just Terminator robots, basically. They're basically machine guns on wheels, and they just go around the street and fucking kill anything that moves. Yeah, that's how paranoid these fucking people are that are in control. You know, they got these killer robots with like 50 caliber machine guns on them and all kinds of different guns on them, and they just go around. They probably got missile launchers on them and all kinds of shit, and one of these robots will be capable of fucking taking out whole fucking neighborhoods. Yeah, that's what they want to do, is get the power out of the hands of people and put it into the hands of machines, you know. The machine has no, well, a lot of these soldiers have no conscience either, from what I've seen. The motherfuckers are, you get them into a situation with a gun and some poor people there, they're just going to do the fucking worst. I've seen that. And once they get started, man, it becomes a feeding frenzy, man. They start shooting, and anybody that comes in there, man, is just gone. Anybody that gets in the area by mistake or whatever, driving down the road, not knowing what's going on, and next thing you know, you're fucking under attack. Yeah, that's what they were doing. Yes, like Eigen said, it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. They're gonna do what they want to do anyways. And he's saying the only cure for this is everybody has to come together, and it has to be a whole, common humanity, collective effort. That's the only thing that's going to do it. Otherwise, if we all try to stand up on our own, what happens? Just fucking shoot us down. It's going to take the whole human collective to rise up. That's like the only solution, really. So yeah, it's like the decline of humanity, it's like, we're taught to believe that it's the poor Stone Age men, they had life so bad. Our modern world is the greatest thing, but I think it's the other way around.